Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another video on the channel.
Where the hell have you been?
Now I know what you're thinking. Mbo, it's been almost 2 weeks. Where have you been? I apologize. I got sick and, was focusing on the Twitch streams and the TikTok videos. Ian, with a base hit! Come on! And I want to come back with a video that I probably should have put out about 7 to 10 days ago. But the Chicago Bears had their 2022 NFL draft. We, of course, did not have a first-round pick. Now, I see a lot of people give grades for draft picks, and it's really hard to tell who's going to turn out to be a stud and who won't. Obviously, positional needs are also important. And with the Chicago Bears, there were so many different positions that we needed. Felt like the Bears could have gone in 5 or 6 different directions with these second and third round picks. But that's just because the roster needs as much help as it can get. But without further ado, let's start with Kyler Gordon, the 39th overall selection by the Chicago Bears. The Washington cornerback has experience playing inside and outside corner and has a real opportunity to start right alongside Jalen Johnson, meaning we'd have 2 Pac-12 starting corners. The second corner spot last year was a disaster. After we let Fuller walk, people thought Vildor was the answer. He was dog shit, so bad. At the very end there, Thomas Graham did do a decent job, but he is still pretty young. So I'm happy. Kyler Gordon, an insane athlete. I believe Washington's head coach said he was the best athlete he has ever coached. And overall, I like the pick. As we move to our second round pick, 48th overall, the Chicago Bears selected Jakuan Brisker. The former Nifty Lion safety has a nice combination of size, speed, and strength, and should hopefully fit in well playing next to Eddie Jackson. He's a really good tackler. Still has some room to improve in terms of his ball hawking abilities. But ever since we lost Adrian Amos, it seems like the Bears have been searching with that perfect pair to combine with Eddie Jackson, and hopefully Brisker will be that guy. When he was given the phone call that he was drafted by Ryan Poles, he said, and I quote, "You just got the steal of the draft." I love the mentality. He also has a really sad story. Unfortunately, his brother was gunned down when he was a sophomore in high school. So just an easy guy to root for. My hot take is I think he will have the biggest first-year impact out of all of the rookies. And finally, in round 3 with the 71st overall selection, the Chicago Bears took Tennessee wide receiver Velus Jones Jr., a potential wide receiver 3 behind Darnell Mooney and Byron Pringle. Jones Jr. really came on his senior year at Tennessee. I believe he transferred from USC. He was a 6-year college athlete, meaning he will be 25 years old. And a lot of people have issues with that. He's incredibly talented, especially when it comes to yards after contact. High speed, built like a running back with some really intriguing skills. I will say it is going to be a project with him. There's going to be lots of room for an improvement, but I have seen some analysts say if there's anyone in the draft that reminds them of a Deebo Samuel-esque, it is him. Also, Justin Fields handpicked some wide receivers that he wanted Poles to draft, or if they had the opportunity to take, and he was one of them. So that is something that is good that they're talking with their quarterback in the future. So we'll see. I think this one might be a tiny bit of a reach. This was the first pick where I was kind of like, I don't know about this. But then again, you never know. There's been so many good wide receivers that go in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and your comments down below. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.